What was that like? Are there any stories you can take from those different experiences? The people want to know, Chef Rush.
The people want to know.
Because I can only imagine what would it be like to be a fly on the wall during, okay, we're going to have to invade Iraq. Like, what's the energy like in the White House during that time? Or Trump has a scandal, or Clinton just got caught with Monica Lewinsky. Like, what is the energy in the White House? What do you get to see? What's going on in there?
Did you ever heard the terminology poker face?
I'd imagine you have to have a pretty good one.
And even if you knew everything, you couldn't tell anything. And the thing about it is that I tell people it's different because work ethics and work habits, when you have an organization that is made to structure together all the time, it's like, I'll give you a great example. I see you guys here. They're your team. Mm-hmm. They're precise. They're on point.
These guys are animals.
They're animals.
Yeah.
You don't have to go behind them. If you do, it's very minute. And if you say something to them, they don't take offense to it. Guys, we need to do this again. We need to do that again. They don't get upset. They don't get to have egos about it. They don't get arrogant. Like, no, we need to do it this way. They just do what they need to do. In real life, people can't do that. Now imagine not having them.
I wouldn't be talking to you today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do 99.9% of the stuff I do solo. You know why? I fired everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. I'm a serial firer because I'm going to be honest. No, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I was just with a great friend of mine, Albert and Cook and Guga Foods, and I was so impressed by his team and even his wife. She was, HR, and she just was structured, and I was jealous. Mm-hmm. I'm jealous now looking at you guys, right? I'm on a plane doing all this all myself because I say, I can't give any energy. I can't give a penny. I can't give a time if you're wasting my time. I can't do it. It's not worth it for me. I'd rather fail on my own than to have somebody help me fail.
Right.
So if you think about that structure in the White House, if you say or do something, imagine how that would affect. Imagine if someone hears it. That's a wrap.
Okay, so maybe let's go this route because I know we can't. This isn't like I'm not like the National Enquirer where it's what's the craziest thing?
No, I understand. But so,
what's something maybe you found remarkable about one of the presidents? Like, wow, like the way this guy operates, I just was so impressed with him, or a good thing.
Each president, all of them had great things. Like, for instance, President Obama. People ask me all the time who was. The best one as far as, that you dissed this for. I'm like, what do you mean? Elaborate. You have to be very specific. But as a person, him and the Mrs., of course, in the cooking arena, when she started the garden and just opened it up. It opened up so many windows to do so many things. And food is life and relationships and building. And I tell people food can start wars and end wars. And also as far as being hospitable, and you talk about talking to people off the streets, that was him and her. They would stop, take the time, the moments. From President Trump, President Trump, behind closed doors, besides media, a lot of people didn't know how he was and what he did. Regardless, if you think about a person as far as their leadership styles, you have to think as a person and what they do. With even saying thank you to the people that's supporting them. Or you think about the other ones where sometimes people go through stress. And sometimes it reflects off into your staff. Or sometimes people, like I said, everybody's human. Sometimes it's just very, very stressful. If you're in charge of a whole entire country, think about that. Think about that responsibility.
I could not imagine how difficult that job would be. And also the standards that we hold these guys to, like they cannot have a bad day. They can't even have a bad moment. Like we've crucified guys for wearing tan suits. We've crucified them for like every little detail you can imagine. It's a job that I don't know how people can possibly survive.
We just do that. Like I said, it's human nature. Talk about overdone burgers or McDonald's or this or that. Here's the deal. We do it. I don't do overdone burgers, but we do things that are just out of character. Like they're human. that's the one thing people have to remember. Like, what's their favorite? Like, they go and eat all over the world, and everybody wants to try to impress them with the fattiest foods and butters and foie gras and all this other stuff that is gonna give them acid reflux or gout or high blood pressure, and they're older all the way. So you have to think about things like that. You have to put everything in perspective. The traveling, the stressors, mental health, all those things are a factor. And I tell people, if your mental's not right, you're not going to be right.